It's game 2 of the GSPL's second season, and we got a bit of a David versus Goliath story here. So will the up-and-coming rookie pull off the upset? Or will the reigning champ crush his own little brother's hopes and dreams? Let's find out right now. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second game of the first week of the second season of the GSPL. I think I got all that right. But we have the Sacramento Kingdras here, led by Justice versus Isaac of the Atlanta Braviaries. And I'm joined here by co-commissioner Harrison. How are you, Harrison?
I'm doing good, Bill. Happy Friday.
Yes, happy Friday. Happy lunchtime on Friday. We've kind of got the ultimate, how do I say this? I don't know, opposite ends of the spectrum here, and that we have like our most experienced player and champion versus a complete rookie. I mean, the rookie of rookies too. Like, this is actually not even like, this is his first game.
Period.
Yeah. Period. Also just all females on his side. I don't know if that was intentional or just randomness worked out that way, but I don't know. What are you thinking here?
I'm looking at it and going on Justice's side first, on the Kingdras side. The core of the Corviknight and the Gastrodon showing up, not surprised at all. Mm-hmm. Those two, we talked about that in the draft breakdown. They synergize very, very well together.
Yeah.
And then going forward, I think it's an interesting bring with the Araquanid. Mm-hmm. I love the bring. I think it's a great bring. I think Sticky Webs are fantastic.
Yeah.
But looking through this, it makes sense. His Hatterene is very good, but seeing the two really prominent steel types with Kartana and Magnezone makes sense that the Hatterene wouldn't have shown up.
Sure.
So I think this is about what I would have expected if I was playing Isaac with the team that... if I was playing Justice with the team that Isaac has.
Yeah.
Seems about right. The Chandelure, I think, is a very obvious bring. It's perfect against the Kartana and the Magnezone, two really big threats. Yeah, and then looking over at Isaac's side, it's about what I would have expected as well. Mm-hmm. I think the only one that is maybe questionable is not bringing the Flygon, but I do understand it because of the fear of the Mamoswine. Yeah,
Mamoswine, and Flygon can't really do much to Corviknight, period, as far as I can think of. Maybe he does, but he is going to have a hard time breaking through the Corv, which... I don't know. I guess maybe, that's why he brought the Cinderace. He doesn't really, I guess I'll just say this, looking at his team. If Card gets in, he basically gets to click knockoff for free. There's really nothing here that wants to take a knockoff. That just makes it to where he can't really switch in the zone, or not the zone, the what am I blanking on this thing's name? The Chandelure. He can't really switch in the Chandelure into the Kartana. He does have a hard time just switching into it, other than the Corv, but he doesn't want to take the knockoff because he can get hit later by it. I'm guessing that Chandelure is scarfed just so it can outspeed.
I was thinking the same as well, to scarf it to make sure that it can handle the Kartana, because the Kartana is going to be the one that's probably running knockoff.
Yeah.
So having the scarf to make sure that you outspeed it is going to be very, very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, his team is pretty good against Pex too, which I appreciate. I mean, he's got both the Mamoswine who can Earthquake it, and then also obviously the Jolteon. I guess even the maybe at least I guess Gastrodon's Earth Power probably doesn't do that much to it, but
Yeah, and looking through all of this, Justice has Stab, super effective moves on everything except the Comfey. So just looking at the type matchup alone, I think Isaac running I would imagine is probably more of a defensive team with the Corv and the Gastrodon. I would imagine that Isaac's got some pretty good. He's gonna have some pretty good switch-ins, and especially with the Chandelure supposedly having Scarf is what our suspicion is. He's the only thing he's really got to worry about is getting rid of the Toxapex, and then I think he'll run through pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm trying to figure out how you get the Chandelure in. I guess you like, I don't know, just U-turn in for like get in on the Magnezone maybe, and then he can finally be in, because he doesn't. I'm looking at it right now, and he doesn't I mean, also, I guess if he's Flash Fire, he can get it on a predicted like Cinderace move, but like he doesn't really want to switch into either the Cart or the Conk, I think, fearing a knockoff from both of them, like just my outright Oko. I don't know. The Jolteon's a pretty good bring too, because it outspeeds the Kartana, and even though Electric is resisted by Cart, it will still do, I'm guessing, well over half, because of its super poor special defenses. So yeah, especially like Specs. I bet like Specs, I don't know, but Specs like might like just outright Oko it.
I would expect Specs Volt Switch on the Jolteon. Yeah,
and actually I might just lead it here because it outspeeds everything, and he doesn't have an electric community on his team.
Yep.
My initial
note that as well. No ground types.
Yeah. And then also no Stealth Rocks from Isaac either. Yeah. No, I think Jolteon could have a big game here.
I do.
Okay.
Cool. So you're suspecting Jolteon lead from Isaac?
Yeah. Initially, I was thinking he would lead the Mamo, just because I think that's kind of his like lead. Like that's kind of like the idea for him a lot of times, because he's going to be like his rocker with maybe like Oblivious and a Sash or something like that, so he can't get taunted. But yeah, I would probably just lead Jolteon here and click Volt Switch.
Yeah, I would lead the Jolteon as well, just for a quick free Volt Switch into something that can defensively handle whatever Isaac leads. Yep. And then over on Isaac's side, I would, if I'm looking here, I would probably, oh man,
maybe the Comfey? I don't know.
I was stuck between the Comfey and the Magnezone.
Yeah, I mean, Magnezone's Magnezone's a little scary if he brings the he actually has nothing that resists ground either, so like Mamoswine's gonna be pretty beastly here too. If
right now, if I'm Justice and I'm looking at the team I'm going up against, I'm feeling very confident.
Yeah, I agree. Because he has 3 ground weaknesses and nothing that resists it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'd lead.
If that's a choice band Mamoswine, it's going to be a very bloody game.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe the Magnezone. Maybe if I expect the. I don't know, because I could see like expecting the Jolteon leading the Magnezone, because it's my one electric resist that can probably take a decent hit from him. But even then, I don't know. I guess I lead Comfey. But the other problem is I don't know these sets. Because if that's like Assault Vest Conk, I mean, maybe you lead that and just hit something really hard. I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well,
let's just get into it.
Let's see what we're gonna have happen.
Yeah. Yep. Here we go. We got the route. So we were wrong. So I'm guessing he wants to get
sticky webs at them immediately.
Yeah, pretty good matchup
and then
here.
Cinderace here.
Yeah. I mean, Water Bubble. This is. I mean, I'd probably still click sticky webs, guessing I see a switch here.
And if I'm Justice as well, this Araquanid is there for one thing really only, and it's to set up the webs.
Yeah.
So taking a big chunk to get up the webs is not something I would worry about.
I don't think he's good. Like, what's he going to take a big chunk from? Like he doesn't Water Bubble mean he resists fire?
Yeah.
I think Justice is fine here. Okay.
Substitute immediately.
Okay.
And then the sticky webs. There it is.
This could be pretty good though. Oh, okay. He went for Fireball. I didn't know if he had like some kind of setup. I was thinking if he has swords.
And so we see the life orb on the Cinderace.
Indeed, we do see a switch.
There's a Toxapex. This makes sense.
Yeah, it's a very obvious switch. I don't think he's gonna do much to him. Got the black. He went for leftovers. Okay. Yeah, here comes not Joel. Man, Poison Jab did a lot. Like, that did a lot.
I wonder if that... I'm going to calc that real quick. I wonder if this is like...
merciless offensive. That'd be pretty funny. Yeah, I'll just move on. I'm guessing we see a switch here, but the problem is I don't really know into what. We do see the 90% coming out of Not Joel. Scald did not do as much as Poison Jab. Also didn't get the burn.
So we're seeing physical and special attacks coming from it. So not the liquidation, the Scald instead. So either he's running it hoping for the burn.
Yeah.
Or for some other reason that I'm not aware of.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. Like, I think the most common set is like knockoff, Scald, and then either toxic or toxic spikes and like haze. But if he's not fearing like a setup sweeper, he could just run an extra. He could run that poison jab or something. Or, but yeah, let's see what happens. So he switches out. I'm surprised he switched. Actually, I guess he just expecting the switch. But there's nothing. Like, legitimately, I don't fear anything. Like, I don't know. I guess I don't know why he switched.
And then the double switch into the config.
Yep, Earth Power, not going to do a lot. You might have defog on this to get rid of these webs. That's probably what I would click. Okay, he goes for the Draining Kiss. He's Rocky Helmet. Earth Power did a lot. Oh, I see. He got the Spadef drop. Does
There's
finally
the defog to get rid of the webs.
Does get rid of the webs. We're going to see Earth Power finish off this
at
flower
the expense. Power. All right, so assuming he's not running defog on the conch, then there goes his only form of hazard removal. So if Justice is able to get the webs back up, and even some stealth rocks, those will be there to stay. Yeah, what's this thing at? 61%. It should be able to get in. Conch, I don't really know what he wants to switch in here for Conch. He does go for the knockoff. We have sticky hold. That's very clever. And then on the recover too.
Oh, this is going to do a lot.
Okay, so we see the flame orb there.
Yeah, that's going to do a decent chunk. Can't get status now. Great,
solid, very normal conch set.
So far,
but very effective. Yeah.
Yeah, he might. If Drain Punch is his only like form of like stab, he's not going to win this one-on-one, I don't think.
No, especially if he doesn't have anything to like bulk up or anything.
Bulk up or just like a close combat, just something real big. Facade. Ooh. Very clever, but kind of risky switch. I mean, if he clicked knockoff there, but I mean, I guess. Yep.
All right, so we see here the switch back into the Toxapex, which is the obvious response, and then the substitute. We've seen substitute from both teams now.
We have seen substitute from both teams. I have talked to Isaac. Isaac hates substitute, very much so. Not like just does not like dealing with it. This is not going to go well for the Rock.
I'm thinking probably maybe just a knockoff.
Yeah, but he doesn't outspeed. Yeah,
especially after a Calm Mind up now. I think this is looking pretty bad.
Pex might, never mind. I was say Pex might be okay, but never mind.
51.
Probably should have gone.
Probably should have gone for the Scald there. Yeah, I agree with you, Bo.
It wouldn't have done. I don't know how much it would have done considering he has that +1, but still, probably would have done more. This is probably a dead. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Very dead Cinderace. Here comes the cart. This thing is going to die almost for sure. I don't really see how he
breaks
lives.
The sub. Like, here comes the flamethrower.
The sash. Does he get the burn? He gets the burn?
Oh, no.
Unfortunate.
The knock would have killed.
Knock would have definitely killed.
That's just unfortunate.
I mean, ultimately, that would have probably done almost nothing considering Jolteon still outspeeds and kills. Ice Shard just comes in and kills from the Mammoth. Yeah, I mean, maybe he gets a kill, but
it would have been he would have gotten an additional kill.
Yeah, probably would be going for the Scald. I know Poison Jab. I know he's got the +1 defense boost, but I'm still assuming Scald does more.
And here we're seeing the Chandelure do what it's supposed to, get outspeed things and be able to just completely run through teams after one Calm Mind.
Yep, and that's what it did. I mean, I guess after a Sticky Web, it probably does outspeed everything on the opposing team. But the Sticky Web, I guess, was gone. But still, yeah, behind that sub, the Cinderace wasn't able to hit it in time and stuff. So, yeah, that's the first game.
I've got to say, though, watching Isaac's first game, I think he did pretty good.
Yeah.
I think for his first game, he pulled some double switches. He had some pretty solid sets that are just consistent with the Flame Orb on the Conkeldurr. He had the Sash on the Kartana, which was great, which made it so he didn't have to fear the Chandelure.
Yeah. Yeah, the Sash was pretty clever, I think. Either you're running like Sash or like Life Orb. And I guess if you're afraid of like Scarf, I don't know. Yeah, if you're afraid of this thing being scarfed or something. Got a little bit unfortunate there with the burn, but ultimately, at most, that
the difference between a 5-0 and a 6-0.
That's what I say. At most, it's like, it changes between the differential. Even then, he probably switches in like even then, since it's at 1%, he could switch into the Gastrodon to Nocky Helmet it, because there's no way he clicks a grass move or Rocky Helmet it, or even if maybe the Corv had a Rocky Helmet too. I don't know. Ice Shard kills it. A lot of things. There were ways even where it didn't affect the differential, but
yeah, no, definitely. About what I had expected out of Justice. Very patient, very defensive focused, with kind of the stalling with the recover on the Gastrodon to whittle down the Conkeldurr.
Yeah, just kind of it's our reigning champ versus a complete rookie. So good job, Isaac, on your first time out. But
absolutely, Isaac, I think you did a fantastic job for your first time out. I think there's some adjustments that you can make, absolutely. But for your first time, you ran some pretty solid, consistent sets. You brought a pretty good team. Yeah, you just didn't have the matchup today.
Nope. Yeah, nope. Just a rough draw. But yeah,
it's just how it goes sometimes. But now you know what to expect. Now we've seen both of these guys in the first week, and we can see how these teams are going to evolve going forward.
Yep. All right. Well, that's it for our second game of the season. Thanks, Harrison, for being on.
Oh, thanks for having me, Bo. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot shorter than our Pokemon Centers, huh?
Indeed.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you next time.